Hi guys, and welcome back to Twitter and YouTube video for today, the 2nd of October 2025. Let's go through my watch list, how we traded it, and what is next in these stocks. So ASBP, we have a symmetrical triangle breakout against the one-day resistance, ended at about 9 past 10, and it came in to plus 10% within 60 seconds, again above all moving averages. Symmetrical triangle breakout against the one-day resistance, so you can't complain at that for plus 10%. And this is in my channel, as you can see. ASBP entered with that amount. I always tell you how much I'm entering with. Your stop loss, take profit when I'm selling, and yeah, 9 minutes past 3 in the UK, which means 9 minutes past 10. Sorry, 9 minutes past 5 in the US, because we're 5 hours ahead. So that's ASBP on that one. And what is next on this stock? So let's go to the 5-minute time frame. There's more candles now on the 5-minute time frame. I still think this one has a good chance of reversing beyond 0.4 once again. So if you have a full image breakout against the one-day resistance of 0.4 all over again, it should break out to a minimum of 8%, I would say, post 1 p.m. Eastern time. So keep an eye on that for a day trade next. However, if it loses 0.32, this stock is done, and it's just a pump and dump for today, in my opinion. So the 4-hour time frame, looking at this as well, you need to get a 4-hour close over 0.42 really for any chance of continuation for the latter part of today. So a close over 0.42 would engulf the 60 EMA and engulf this resistance at 0.4 and happily continue up. If we just close just slightly above 0.41, where the 60 EMA is at 0.408, so if we close just above that, something similar to like this, it's not really a strong confirmation of reversal against the moving average. So you want it to be more of a stronger putting his foot down, I'm engulfing you, I'm a green candle, and I'm climbing up from the 60 EMA. So we need to have a 4-hour close of the 60 EMA, so by over 0.42 in simple terms, by 1:30 Eastern time to carry towards 0.5 and further by the end of today. So the daily time frame, let's have a look. So a daily close needs to happen over 0.51 for continuation. As we're currently getting rejected off the Bollinger Band Center here around 0.4, strengthening that 0.4 resistance, and it's just going to be a dump, spike into resistance, dump, spike into resistance, and just continue its downtrend, something like that. So it needs to reclaim 0.51 for continuation to be a multi-day runner on this. And like I said, if it loses 0.32, forget about it on that one. So what's next? We'll go to IVDA. So I was watching this to break $2 flat, and it never did it, unfortunately. So a 1-minute candle close or just a push beyond 2 for continuation for a day trade to win at least 8%, in my opinion, would be needed on that one. Still watching it, still waiting for it, and hopefully it happens by the end of today. If we do lose 1.7, you're looking towards 1.65, 60 EMA retest, and if you lose 1.6, it's done. It's coming back down and to where it came from over here, 1.3 and so on. So it needs to hold obviously 1.6, and if it loses that, it's done. And if it breaks 2, then you're looking for an entry for a day trade. However though, what do we need for a multi-day runner or for continuation from this afternoon? So a 4-hour close, just generally either by 1:30 or by market close today, should see us continue into tomorrow, because it'll be an engulfment of the 200 EMA and 200 MA here, which are strong resistances, those two moving averages, as we know from our moving averages seminar. And it would also be an engulfment and reclaim of the $2 simple resistance, which is what we need. So if it manages to do that by the end of today for a daily close, that'd be great, because it would mean that we continue into the 200 MA, 200 EMA around here, and ultimately around 2.4 to 2.5. So for a multi-day run, it needs to close by over 2 for today, and until it closes over 2, it's just going to range and probably reject and come back down. So beneath 1.6, it's done. Over 2, look at a day trade for it. If it closes over 2 on the 4-hour and the 1 day, then you start thinking about 2.4, 2.5 for continuation on that one. So that's ASBP IVDA. Now let's look at DFLI. So I was looking at a day trade on this one, but no materialization as of yet. So it's in the falling wedge formation above all moving averages. Another thing that's stopping it from breaking out is 0.9 resistance. Just going to amend it like this, ever so nicely. And if we break over 0.9, you can expect a continuation of a minimum of 8% for a day trade. So keep your eyes on that one. If it loses 0.7, I would say it's done. Forget about it. It's coming back down to where it came from, which was around 0.6 yesterday. So it needs to claim over 0.9 for continuation. And again, if it loses 0.7, it's done. So 4-hour on this one, a 4-hour close over 0.9 would be great, because it's got some strength, to be fair. Nice run up, pull back into 200 EMA, I think this is 200 EMA. Let me double check. 200 EMA, and then bounce off there into the 0.9 resistance. And if you reclaim that, it's another step closer to 105 and the holy grail of $1, obviously. So a 4-hour close over 0.9 would be great on this because it'll continue towards 105 and further on that one. And the 200, let me double check, EMA or MA, let's have a look. 200 MA on this one is also at 105. So 105 would be a strong resistance if we get the 4-hour close over 0.9. So make sure to take profit on this, because if you're in a situation where it comes back down and loses 0.7, you're looking at it to drop all the way back down, which wouldn't be good. So make sure to take profit on this one appropriately on DFLI, but ultimately it looks really good if you get a 4-hour close or daily close over 0.9 for continuation in towards 105, and then maybe 1.5 after that for a 200 EMA test over here. So that looks really good. Then to finish up, TSHA, TSHA, going to the 5-minute time frame. Steady climber, steady climber. So I'm going to do in this one is look for a potential day trade on it, just shove it in a symmetrical triangle or something like this. Voila, and then you wait for a 1 minute green candle close, just a push over 5 for an entry, and I'd run a minimum of 6%, I'd say, for a bit of a scalpy day trade. So keep an eye on that. However, if we lose 4.2 the support, you can maybe look at a double bottom around 4, which will also be a psychological support. And if you lose that with the 60 EMA also, funnily enough, lies here, you'd be looking for a drop to 3.6. It's a big drop, to be fair. It feels like it. To be fair, 10%, not too bad. But if you lose 3.6, it's done. So ultimately, if you lose 4.2, you're coming towards 4. If you lose 4, you're talking about 3.6. So really, it's just a slow bleed. So that's why it's important to take profit on this one appropriately. If we were to break 5, and I wouldn't even take a trade in it if we weren't to break 5. So between 4.2 and 5, it's really a no-go zone for me. Just consolidation sideways. That's why it's in a symmetrical triangle. Each side of the triangle is equal in length because it's choppy, and price is sideways, in my opinion, between that range. So going to the 4-hour time frame, it needs a 4-hour close over 5. Otherwise, it's just looking like a potential rejection, around here, and then potentially coming back down. And again, that slow bleed, which we don't want, towards 3.6 and beneath. It needs a 4-hour close over 5 for continuation, and the daily saying pretty much the same thing. We're already above 1 moving averages. This one strikes me as a technical breakout. On this one, it's been healthy since May 2025. This pump has been coming since May, so it looks good, and this might just be the blow off top. We'll have a quick look at the money flow index. So 79 can go higher, so the money inflowing into the stock of this line graph presents that it can go higher. More money can come in essentially and take it towards 95 to 100. So at 79, so there's more room to go on that one. But again, it needs to get a daily close over 5 for continuation, and that's even more so exaggerated by the 200 exponential moving average here at 5.2. So 5 to 5.2 is heavy resistance. We need to claim over 5 for continuation on that one. It's a bit of a slow mover, so sit with it tightly and don't miss it if you can. So that's that. The main 4 for today. So hopefully you had a green trade like me in the Discord. As you've seen here, we have many trades. We have over 20 a day. So we've got a few from Phoenix, one from me, a couple from Fox over here. And we have options and swing positions, and also bronze positions as well. So plenty of trades to go around, as well as Atlantic trading, bot alerts, as you can see here. So if you like swing trading, options, and day trading, it's a perfect place for you to join Atlantic Trading. You can find us in the link in the video description or in the Twitter bio. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you take this information and apply it into a green trade. So thank you, and catch you all later.